got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
All day. $180.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, if you look at this Week 1 matchup on paper and you see the Titans' name next to the Browns' name, you're thinking, there can't be much history there. But if you factor in that the Titans used to be the Houston Oilers, well, there is good history there, because these two franchises were division rivals in the old AFC Central. That was before the 2002 NFL realignment. So there is history, albeit way back in the rearview mirror. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Mayfield now. Buying time to his left. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past across the 45.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
180!
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Mayfield on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Hey, 133. Hey, Foxtrot.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Mariota, that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Derrick Henry all alone. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Dances by him, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you've got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8.
He's got a man, complete. 25 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Run.
Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the run, this is Hunt. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5 now. Mariota. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Mariota to throw it. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. These two teams all tied after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The Browns drive about to get started as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 23. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Davis with it left side. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Shedding the tackle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a...
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Wesley Woodyard. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mariota gives to Henry. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Olivier Vernon brings him down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Derrick Henry. Now Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. A first down carry for Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll toss it to Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
180. Regular. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Smooth.
Mayfield now from the 50. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run with Henry. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To throw is Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Where are they, team?
They'll run it again with Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Now, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He can run for it, and he will. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Mariota on the delay to Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. To throw Mariota. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on a follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Second down, Mayfield. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Mariota. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Trying to get it to Landry there.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 48 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the read option, it's Mariota. And some room to maneuver. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Wesley Woodyard getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Hey, exit.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Let's go. Regular.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, team 6. Right there in the middle, 55.
Watch the flood.
Done.
Watch the flood.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Henry, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Henry. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 27 yards there, a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Well, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Let's go, baby.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us, all these